next speaker we're going to go on to is Lynn Mackey.
Hello. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Lynn, and I am one of the trustees of Stamma. I'm also a trustee for the Scottish Stammering Network, and I work with the international stuttering community, which is called kind of Stamily. So I've got fingers in many pies. However, like, kind of for today, I would like to talk about kind of like the language like around stammering, and kind of link into this campaign which Stamma is running. But because, as Kelly just said, I feel it's incredibly important, and we need to start to like kind of challenge this language which is being used around stammering. And like, because like if not us, like then who? And we need to start like paving the way, and then hopefully like encourage others to join us in this journey. And I've always believed that like words have power. And how we choose to describe something can be so important. And it's easy to see like how the kind of certain words and terms kind of can be damaging, like whether like it's calling a stammer like a defect, or calling or saying someone like is suffering from a stammer, or it's like it's an issue for them. Like even if occasionally as people who stammer, like we do feel that stress and that anxiety, like that is not the message we want to be putting out into the world all the time, like, because that is not all that like stammering is, and we don't want to could constantly paint this picture of all of us are weak and like not confident and not competent, because that is just not true. However, like, another angle at which I think we also need to address is when people are trying to be supportive, however they don't quite word it like in a way that's actually helpful for us. There's a lot of kind of language which seems to be like really kind of like supportive on the surface. However, it's actually based like in a more like kind of ableist mindset. I'm talking about stuff like, oh, you were very fluent today, or oh, your speech has gotten so much better recently. And I am aware that like a lot of the time, like kind of these comments kind of do come like from like a really good place. They're trying to buoy us up. They're trying to let us know like that they think we're doing well. However, like it comes like from this mindset, like where they believe like that we must want to kind of get rid of our stammer and like be fluent and be like kind of quote unquote like normal. And like for me personally, I don't. At this point in my life, like, and for the last like kind of decade or so, I have not been trying to be fluent. That is not my end goal. And I don't want somebody to meet me, like either hear me talk and like give a presentation or have a conversation with me, like, and come away and like the best thing they can say about me was, oh, she was fluent. How boring was I? Like, if that's as much as people can take away from a conversation from me. I want people to think about how passionate I am, how like enthusiastic, how I potentially talk a bit too fast because I get quite excited. And that is stuff that I want people to remember. I don't want people to go, oh yeah, she only stammered once rather than twice. That doesn't matter to me anymore. That's not what I'm going for. And this is something and which I think is hard to raise with people who don't stammer, because they don't understand that we wouldn't necessarily want to fix ourselves. Because why wouldn't we want to conform to into this a perfect image of a speaker, and to go on that way where we're perfectly fluent, and why not? And to that, I just say that I have heard a lot of speakers in my time. I have heard speakers with a stammer, who are incredible, who can hold a room, can be entertaining, can make people laugh. I've heard a lot of speakers who don't stammer, who were very, very boring, and I didn't want to listen to, but they were fluent. And is that enough? Is it enough to be fluent? I don't think we should be striving for fluency. I think we should be striving to get to that point, and where we can be heard, and people want to listen to us. And my fluency fluctuates from day to day, from hour to hour, minute to minute. And so for me, complimenting my fluency in a moment is like complimenting something I'm wearing. Sure, it's fine, and it's nice in the moment, but it's going to go in a minute. It's not a constant thing. And so I'd rather be complimented on stuff I'm actually working on. And so stuff like my confidence, my eye contact, how well I paint myself across. And I do get very heated about this conversation. And I'm always happy to talk about this with anybody. I'm almost at the end of my time here today, but I just want to say, if you are a friend or family member of someone who stammers, then try not to say too much on their fluency from day to day. But I can promise you they are already doing that themselves, and they are keeping perfect track. They don't need your help to remind them about how fluent they are on that day. Just support them, just be there for them, and please just listen to them. And because we are because at the end of the day we are people who stammer, and we shouldn't have to pretend that we're not. And I'm going to pass on to the next speaker now. Thank you very much, and thank you for letting me rant for a little bit.
Thank you very much, Lynn. You get another virtual loud but silent round of applause.
Thank you very much.